Hey guys, this is Jasmine, your brow expert. Thank you for joining me. And today, well, it's about trimming again. I've done some videos in the past talking about how, or showing you guys how to trim the eyebrows. But you know what? This is worth repeating because I still get clients having trouble trimming the eyebrows. Why do you want to trim your eyebrows? You want to trim them because when you trim the eyebrows, you get a thicker eyebrow. You really do, because the top of the eyebrow hair is much thinner than the rest of the hair. So by snipping the tip, it creates a thicker look to the eyebrow. That's a good thing to know, right? The other thing is when you want to trim your eyebrows, because you can't get to a brow expert like myself, you want to make sure you draw in your eyebrows first. Because my brows are tattooed, I just outline my eyebrows, but you guys can fill them in. I put a little bit of concealer around so you can highlight the areas where I can show you my hair, because I do have some hair. So this is going to be about dense, thick eyebrows, curly eyebrow hair, also with people with hair growing straight down like myself. So this is for all of you guys out there. Okay, so scissor. The best one, in my opinion, is the Anastasia Beverly Hills scissor, because it's small enough to get right in those small little areas. It's not too sharp where, you could hurt yourself. You don't want to do that. So you don't want to open the scissor this wide. You want to keep it nice and small. It's a bit easier to control. That's the key. You want to control the scissors so that way you're just snipping little pieces here and there. You're not cutting. You're just snipping, okay? Keep that in mind as well. Okay, so get a spoolie brush. Your brows are filled in, so that way you're not going to cut too much, and you got a guide. You got a guideline to where you know you're going to lay the scissor. So grab a spoolie, put it right over the front of the eyebrow. Now, everybody has eyebrow hair growing straight up, or maybe this way. However it's growing or going, it's going up, right? It's not going straight down. Usually that's the middle to the end of the eyebrow. So you want to put it right on your eyebrows and then just kind of wiggle it. Not too hard, you guys, because if you press too hard, you comb too hard, you can pull off some hair. You obviously don't want to do that. So put it right on your eyebrows in the middle of the eyebrow and then wiggle it. Once you wiggle it and you raise the spoolie, you guys are going to see that the hair goes straight up. You see that? Here's some pieces right here. And all I'm going to do is just snip the little piece. But I'm not going all the way to the base, because if you do that and you let it go, it's going to be too short. It's kind of like, think of it as a rubber band. Once you let it go, it kind of springs back shorter. So that's why you want to be conservative in trimming those little pieces, but not too much. Once you get in the middle of the eyebrow, do the same thing and kick it up. Now, right around here is where your arch is. This is your arch, right? You don't want to trim too much. By cutting too much right here and you let it go, it can get too flat and then you lose a little bit of your arch. So be careful, but still snip a little bit if you feel you need to. And then right at the ends, if you have hair towards the end of the eyebrow, first of all, you're very blessed. And secondly, you don't want to trim too much, right? Some of that length can add to the length of the eyebrow, but you still want to snip a little because it's too long or too fine. You don't see it, but there is some there. You may want to just kind of comb it out and then just snip a little bit, a tiny bit if you can grab it. And that's it. Now, for those of you with the eyebrow going straight down, you want to make sure that if there's some hairs inside there hidden, comb it down. And then what you want to do, again, is not open it up too much, just a tiny bit, lay it on the skin and glide it in the opposite direction. So I'm doing this side of the eyebrow, so I'm just snipping, going back and forth. Notice how I'm barely opening up the scissor, like this, okay? Same for the other side. You want to lay the bottom part of the scissor on the skin and you're gliding it back and forth. That's it. So again, front is straight up, wiggle it, snip a little bit. Don't do too much in the arch, a little bit on the outside, and right on the eyelid for straight eyebrows, you want to just lay it right on the skin and just snip or clamp, if you will, a tiny bit. So that way when you get it real close to the base, I like my brows to be really short, especially I like my brows to be really short where the hair grows straight down. I like them a little longer up in the front, but right over here, because it's not going to ever get long enough for me to press it on the other side or lay it in a different direction. It's just not. So I like mine to be really short, which is why I go close to the base, but I still want a little bit of hair, kind of giving that, I don't know, that outline hair look. So for those of you that have even fine hair, but hair all the way around, it's just going straight down, try that. Obviously, it can grow back out if you don't like it, right? Because you're not pulling it. So try that, let me know, and I hope that tip helps. Thank you guys, and are you subscribing? Please do so, because you always get these tips, right? And definitely share this with anyone that you know can use this tip. Thank you guys.